Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Strategic Command World War I. This is episode number 9 of our Let's Play series, playing through the Ludendorff Offensive in 1918. This is one of 2 battles that looks at the game from a tactical, well, operational perspective, just looking at the Western Front. The base game is more grand strategy with a map of all of Europe, dealing with diplomacy, research, production. And while production still plays a role and research to a lesser extent in this game, it's really just a limited battle looking at the Western Front from the spring of 1918 until the conclusion of the war. We are playing as the Central Powers. Our spring or Kaiserschlacht offensives have gone incredibly well. We're in the city of Paris, fighting through the streets. We've taken Verdun. We are breaking through the line in multiple places, and the enemy is becoming overextended. The war likely is going to end in a victory at this point. I don't think any amount of reinforcements realistically would save the French or the British at this point, and we'll see how things play out in this episode. This was taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel from a couple of weeks ago, and without further ado, let's jump right back into that stream. Destroy 'em. The reserve artillery of the UK dead. Nancy has been surrounded. I don't know if we can hold it. Entrench. So we've surrounded Nancy, which is another national morale center for the enemy. Interesting to see if British armor down here tries to counterattack. Meanwhile, to the south at Luneville, I'm going to go ahead and keep pressing to secure that southern flank of the Nancy encirclement. We've broken through. We're in the open. The only thing is I can't get all these boys entrenched because they've advanced too far. They can't reinforce. Okay, well then we might as well march them. Okay, so we're threatening to flank these 2 French divisions here. We've completely broken through and are driving on Epnal. At the 162nd Division down here. Reinforce these boys. Guys, I think it's only a matter of time now, honestly. I think it is only a matter of time. Things had been going well, but I wasn't sure if there would be like a massive wave of Allied reinforcements. But the front, they just don't have the strength to maintain this front. They've been continually bled. The French started with like 90 units and the British like 70. If we take a look at the losses here in terms of units, Germany has lost 21 units, but the US has lost 19. The French 97 and the UK 46. The Italians 4 and the Belgians 4. These are just horrific casualties. French morale is down to 55%. They're going to take a dip with the loss of that first Paris hex. We'll see what early June has in store for us. French morale falls as the German troops enter Paris. The last of the U.S. troops deploy in French service at Orléans. French fortress bombards near Toul. Germany develops heavy bombers level 3. Proconsul, thanks for the bits. I don't know why my alerts must be off or something. I'm not getting the notifications, or maybe I just didn't hear it. Alfred Fishcock, thanks for the follow. Grow Up Forza, thank you. Grow Up Forza, thanks for the follow. 711 Omen, thank you for the follow. Fatman Derman, thank you for the follow. And I think I thanked everybody else. So we'll see. It seems like once you break through the enemy front in certain places, they kind of defend objectives by clumping up, but I'm not sure they've done a great job of forming a new front. Now, they may not have enough men for that. Maybe this is the strategy that they think will work. The one thing they do seem to have a lot of is air power, which does do a pretty dramatic job of weakening you morale-wise. So that's not necessarily a bad thing for them to lean heavily into. Meanwhile, heavy artillery bombardments up in the north along the Channel coast near Newport. Heavy enemy attacks on our troops near Newport. Enemy counterattack into our flank on the Paris front there. You can see there they badly crippled one division. But if they're going to attack me in the open and give me a chance to hit them out of trenches, ooh boy. But I guess the one potentially dangerous thing is with the front opening up, the enemy does seem to have a fair bit of cavalry still. But they are attacking that salient or that front north of Paris. You can see another division moving south there. Several new American divisions look like they just deployed into the front line. Let's see what the supply situation at Nancy is. Be nice to do another morale hit against the French here this turn. Right after the morale hit of having Paris entered. We've got one division coming this turn. French morale didn't suffer too badly. All right, my artillery can't reach the other Paris hexes yet. Oh, these guys are in. Never mind. All right, let's recon these guys. And these guys. God, those guys are dug in heavily. I need goddamn artillery to deal with them. But I don't have artillery in range, and you can't move and attack artillery the same turn. So I'll move these guys down here this turn. We'll destroy this Portuguese headquarters here near Versailles. I could move in and take Versailles. I'm not sure I want to do that right now. Let's reinforce this armor here. So we're going to go for Paris proper here, the major capital. Next turn. Our guns are moving in to support pounding that objective. Okay. We'll cut these Portuguese troops off. We'll rail these troops. I can't get them there. Huh. Well, hopefully they don't drive east or into our rear. All right, so they were moving south here. So let's do this. Let's switch these guys over. It's just a detachment. Would have been nice to have destroyed the detachment. Pull back a little bit to improve our supply situation for those troops. hit this lead enemy division. It's a good thing we finished out that enemy force, I think, to the north. Or this force over here near Shawnee, because the enemy's coming hard at us now. There's a large enemy counterattack. Can we get that cavalry division? Not quite. We badly damaged it, but we couldn't finish it off. All right, so we have a new front line here. Reinforce these troops here, get them back to full strength. But I think we've got enough troops here to blunt any advance south at this point. Well, presumably they're trying to get into the rear of the Paris offensive. So 55, 45. Okay, so they didn't really get that many more troops. We'll go for the 4th Division here at Lens. I think we're kind of in their rear, so I don't think the trenches there did as much for them. All right, we'll hit the 3rd Division also, although they are going to have... It's going to be tougher to deal with them. Their entrenchments are pretty damn strong. Not strong enough, though. Destroyed that enemy division. I really wanted to go for the enemy cavalry, but they're way stronger than I thought they'd be. Huh. All right. Okay, filling out our front line there. Okay, so I think this is a nice situation. We cut off another enemy division here near Peronne. We've also broken through in the west, and we can drive on Amiens now. Let's reinforce these guys here. Can I get up there to hit them? I don't think so. Don't quite have the range to get there. So that 6th Belgian division will survive to fight another day. All right. So we're positioning ourselves well, I think, to deal with the enemy counterattack, although our troops are in the open. They're not dug in, which means we could lose heavy casualties or take heavy casualties. These troops. All right, so just trying to, again, pose a little bit of a threat to the enemy troops that might be trying to move west to support Paris, damaging that French headquarters there. Attack this division near Montreal, or Montreal, or however you pronounce that. We've almost cut these guys off over here. Let's do this. Let's recon this American division here, the 27th. Go ahead and bombard it with 3 shell. Well, actually 1 shell is sufficient to get rid of their entrenchments. Give me a 2 to 6. Hell yeah. Got him. And then we'll surround this crack British, or actually the 2nd Australian. Oops, undo. The 11th will guard that roadway north. And they'll have nowhere to retreat to. The enemy armor is also pulling back west. At least this 1st Tank Corps is. We'll drive them back. Wow. I can't quite finish them off. I can't get any troops there. Oh, yes, I can. Got him. Destroyed an enemy armored unit. Hell yes. We'll go ahead and bombard these guys on this flank here. Yeah, if this is what had really happened by this point, you're right. Although it's happening relatively quickly, I'm not sure they'd know much other than the fact that they're getting rolled. Okay. So Nancy's surrounded. Their supply is abysmal. Let's go ahead and bomb the guys. They have 6 entrenchments, though. That's a problem. Recon would be much better than attack bombers, I suspect. Heavy bombers at least can destroy entrenchments. First Bavarians will attack there, although it looks like those air attacks did enough to reduce their morale to the point where they're not going to be very effective fighters. I mean, this is the reverse of 1918, late 1918. The front is completely opening up. The French army is melting away under concerted attacks from the Central Powers, or in this case, Germany. I mean, this is just, I guess it feels very similar to what happened to the Germans in late 1918, being totally honest. All right, that American division is shattered. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. And another one down. And another one down. Another one bites the dust. All right, hit that American artillery. Bombers to Paris? Perhaps. I don't like that those troops in the front have such low hit points. They feel vulnerable. But maybe they're not. I don't know why I'm attacking the enemy cavalry rather than their artillery. All right, so we've surrounded 2 more French divisions. These are in the south. An enemy detachment exists at the fortress at Epinel. But the 56th and 2nd divisions are cut off in the south. Destroyed another French cavalry division down here. We'll dig in so that they can't easily move to relieve these 2 divisions down here. Okay. So good news there. Not sure I really want to launch any more attacks this turn until I can get the artillery there next turn. Same for Toul, which I don't think I can actually attack. I've used all my attacks up at Nancy Fell, which is another national morale center down. These troops at Montmontel, they should have no rail lines. So these guys should be in like desperate supply situations. It is pretty low, so I guess the attacks on Paris begin next turn. We'll see if the relieving offensive coming down from the northern front comes to anything. And we've got 620 points left, so let's go ahead and buy some shit. Can't buy more heavy bombers, but I can buy more divisions. Apparently I didn't lose anything recently. So these are all fresh divisions. And let's see what the Allies have in store for us as we move into the second week of June. French morale falls. French morale suffers. German morale is boosted by the capture of Nancy. Infantry warfare level 3. That's going to help us a lot, I think. Make our attacks even that much more effective. Oh, for sure. Our northern flank on the Paris front is a bit dangerous, to say the least. That is a very long salient in that entire position. Meanwhile, the enemy is with the Americans are pulling out a Toul. At least they're pulling their artillery out. All right, Johnny 15 and Conscript Hank, thanks for the follows. Appreciate the support. All right, so they did get into our flank here and hit that headquarters unit. That's not great. Open field fighting here to this in the along the salient there, doing some damage to one of our divisions up there near Beauvais. Cavalry moving. At least those troops that the cavalry moved toward on that salient are dug in. Enemy artillery moving into the rear of Paris to support. We should be able to hit both these objectives. 2 national morale objectives in Paris will be under our guns this turn. The main problem is on that front, I just don't have enough infantry. But that's a pretty tame turn. So enemy morale is down to 48%. What do I have to do? Stack wipe them on this entire map? Like, really? All right, these Australians here are cut off. They're still dug in, so we'll go ahead and hit them with artillery. But that's going to free up a whole bunch of additional German divisions here on this part of the front. Which it's kind of like, if we take a look here, it's kind of like, well, we could advance deep into the southern part of the map, but to what purpose, as there's no objectives in that area? Really? Just I guess my own troop supply situation is not great. Give the Australians credit. They're putting up a fight here. We got them, but they put up a hell of a fight. Oh shit. Just stumbled right into an enemy division. That unit might get destroyed next turn. American headquarters, eh? Just badly damaged Liggett's headquarters. Reinforce this guy. Let's hit these guys near Commercy. Artillery gains experience nicely in this because they very rarely take casualties. All right, that enemy division is gone. I need to get that artillery to tool. I don't think we can take that fortress by storm. Although, let's see what happens if we hit them with air. God, their morale plummeted. They're down to 30% morale. Air power just makes people freak out, I guess. Tool is ours. And the 3rd division is gone. Yeah, the headquarters are absolutely vital. If you can knock them out, it is devastating. Let's move these fighters south, I guess. Let's see if we can't use these attack bombers to try and take Epnal out. Meanwhile, these enemy troops are surrounded. So we got one of the 2 divisions surrounded there. Push these guys out toward that headquarters. Or not headquarters, but all right, we'll reinforce those divisions. Keep those dug-in troops there. And the enemy city at Epnal is approached. Let's reinforce these guys. They're badly shot up. Everybody who can take reinforcements down here. Okay. So the enemy position in the south is just melting away. Their strength 52-42, not massively weaker than they were just a turn or 2 ago, but all right, let's attack this enemy detachment here, see if we can't finish them off. We did. And we've cut these boys off. Another enemy pocket, 3 divisions surrounded here. Let's also reinforce these troops as they badly need replacements. Okay. Oh, geez. Zero supply? Okay. Well, then you can just die. Enemy division near Perone destroyed. Let's go after the 3rd division here. They're a little bit exposed on this flank. 4th artillery can hit them. All right, everybody, we are coming to the end of this particular round or this particular fight. I'm pretty certain it's going to end in a victory. Paris is almost entirely ours. We are breaking through the line all over the place. The Allied lines are melting away, but there's still a little bit of mopping up operations to conduct, and so that will be left for the next and likely final episode of this series. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out. Do 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 do. Bye-bye.